Raise your hand. Rocky Marciano, the Brockton Brawler himself.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing.
Not too many seats. Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. Miss with that jab. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counterpunch. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight. The fans are on the edge of their seats.
It's so hot. It's so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on earth.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think they're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
And he scores with the counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. They've got the momentum. What do we expect to see here in round two? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Insane action. Beautiful counter punch. Well done with that counter shot. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage. Let's get it started in round three. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter. No rest for the weary. Obvious who the bigger, stronger fighter is. Let's see if they use it to their advantage.
Sometimes I've been in with fighters that don't know what to do, don't have to break it down. Then you get a little dirty.
Nice counter. Nice defense there, blocking the hook. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter punch. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Counter punch right up the middle. Tried to score with a jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Usyk in that last round. Well, there was no doubt. And there's the bell to start round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Jab slightly off target. This fight has a real good flow to it. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Fighters landing in these exchanges, judges going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. No rest for the weary. Counter punch. Nice punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. He is down big time. Time for the 5th round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Jab misses. Trying to land that jab. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Just misses with that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. At this point, there's the bell for round 6. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counter punch. Tried to score with a jab. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He misses with that jab. Nice job by him to block that jab. Do you believe what we are seeing? Just misses with that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alexander. Here we go. It's round 7. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fight. And that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Nice defense there to stop the right hook. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round. Round 8, and we're off again. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Beautiful counter shot. Good defense there to stop that hook. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. That was almost a 10-8. Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He missed with that jab. Beautiful counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Couldn't land that jab. Nice counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Is going to cause some problems. They might want to call a doctor over.
Cornerman, get your job done. Do it right.
There's the bell for round 10. And we're back. What does this round have in store for us?
What a round. What have they got left? How can you get better than that? That is ridiculous. That's stuff you see on video games.
There's a counter shot. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
That jab doesn't score. These two fighters are made for one another. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfect.
And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
He's got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes to the post, tie him up. The referee's then got to call you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the ring.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Talk about Alexander Usyk. Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How'd you come back from something like that? Not twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
You'd like to see more jabs. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The courage on display here is incredible. Swing and a miss with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Look at all that blood, but he's still wanting to come out for more.
Man.
And there's the bell to start round 12. What an action-packed round that was. Let's see what they have in store for us here.
How much energy did they use? How hard and how tough and how much they have to dig deep. This is just ridiculous. I don't know what to expect. I'm tired just watching it.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Good defense there to stop that hook. Missing with that jab. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Counter punching. That jab misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but